G'day everyone, my name's Cautious Pancake and welcome back to day 23 of the teleport series, where the zombie virus has mutated and is causing both zombies and players to occasionally teleport. I spent the evening last night with some additional base tidying, including getting the chem station down and starting on some gunpowder and gas production. Of course, this led to some inevitable screamer visits. For today, it's time to head over to the Fates Motel and grab the rest of the gear that I left behind yesterday and push on with tier 4 quests, hopefully to find a steel pickaxe somewhere in the rewards. Just before heading off, just want to double check how our production is going. That's going well, and we just might need a little bit more time on the bacon and eggs. Chem station's cranking out the gunpowder and has a stack of 5,000 gas cans queued up after that, which also needs a little bit more time. With that out of the way, maybe one more. Let's head on over to Fates Motel and see if we can grab the gear we left behind. Now, since we're running low on gas, while we wait for that chem station to produce it, what might be worth doing is grabbing this cop car, just in case there's any good weapons inside. And once we've done that, I'll also wrench it down and hopefully get a little bit of gas to refill the bike. Straight in on a single lockpick is always nice. And, ooh, tier 5 sledge turret. That could be something that will be useful to set up just to help manage some of the teleporting zombies. So that's a really nice find. Let's also grab it now so that we know we've also looted this cop car. Always good to get them out of the way so you know which ones you've done. Refill that and off to Fates Motel. Okay, here's our loot box that we left behind. Not going to be able to grab all of it, but we can grab most of it to start with and then dump that in the bike. See what else we can grab. Nearly all of it. One thing I did notice, hang on, where did it go? There was a weapon flashlight. One of the things that I made last night was a new tier 4 shotgun, which was short a weapon mod, so that can go straight in there, and we can grab that last one. We're about to get a teleport, so wait for that to happen. Up onto the roof. Again, I'm just going to grab this vehicle for a little bit of gas. It's got a little bit in it. I'm going to actually need to see if we can get a few more things into the bike. Got a couple of slots there. So I don't think we're really going to be able to wrench that down actually. So, like that little bit of gas in, and from here, I think we want to head off back to the trader to see if we can get a new quest for today. Pretty sure he's down to the south, so let's head down there now and see what he's got. Alright, now that he's finished yapping at me, lots of night only quests, which is not that useful. So, I'm not sure if we can make that.
Can you help me out?
A herbal antibiotic and 3 first aid. Look, I'm going to take that and see whether or not we've got all that gear back at base. We've got to go back into a gear dump anyway. So hopefully,
and carnage go together like sham and moonshine.
Hopefully we've got that herbal antibiotic in the gear somewhere. Just in case we don't, I'm going to take a quick look in his inventory and see whether that's something that we can buy. It's not. At the same time, I'm just going to check if we've got any tools. We don't have the pickaxe that I want. So I might also just buy this gatherer and tarp while we're here, and we've got a bit of gold to spare. You'll see why when I get back to base on that one, but for now I think that's going to have to do.
You put this to good use.
So let's go dump our gear back and see whether we've got the meds that we need.
White River freak shows.
You can see that we've already got from the quest information. Oh, we're going to get teleported. We've already got the first aid kit and the first aid bandages on us. It's just going to be whether we've got the herbal antibiotics. Where's our bike? Over here. And while we're here, I'm just going to get rid of that quick marker. Alright, let's head home, drop off our gear, and hopefully find that herbal antibiotic. Clean up the welcoming committee. There we go. Alright, I'm already chockers, so Let's head upstairs and dump this gear first, then we'll come back to the bike and get the rest. One thing you'll notice as I come up here is that I managed to set up 2 new dew collectors last night. So let's pop those in, that's why we bought them, and we can potentially get some more later. Otherwise, let's just do a quick gear dump and we'll go from there. Pop the new tactical assault rifle in here so that we know where that is for Horde Night so we don't lose it. It's with the AK. So the bad news is we don't have a herbal antibiotic. Question is, can we make it yet? Looks like we might be able to if we've got the ingredients. Let's just track that, shall we? Let's see how we go. No mushrooms, that's a problem. Got a chrysanthemum, got the nitrate in the water. We just need a mushroom. So, what we might want to do is... Oh, hello. You made it up here? I don't know that we're just going to be able to go find it. I know we've got mushrooms at the other base. We used, unfortunately, a whole bunch of them cooking. So maybe we'll just nip over to the other trader. Again, also maybe just grab a quest while we're there and see what he's got. He might have the herbal antibiotic that we need. But otherwise, I don't think we've got any in the bike. That would have been perfect. No mushrooms and no herbal antibiotics there. So we'll dump this gear and then we'll head over to the second hue and see whether he's either got a mushroom for us so we can make it, or whether he's just got a herbal antibiotic that we can buy. It is one of the downsides of this sort of setup where we're constantly forced to shift locations by the teleport, is that you do end up leaving a bit of gear behind. I'm pretty sure we'd have a herbal antibiotic at one of the other bases, but we're running a bit low on gas still for the moment, so got to kind of make do with what we've got. Okay, Hugh, what do you got for us? Tell me you've got a mushroom.
Oh, it's you. Only the finest instruments of destruction.
You don't have a
this side of the
herbal.
apocalypse.
You've got a mushroom. There we go. Let's buy all of them because we'll need them for cooking anyway. That's fantastic. And while we're here, what have you got for
one customer at a time?
Quests? You've got a couple of infesteds. On to the west, infested clear at Scarecrow Fields. Speed clear to the southwest. I reckon we might just take the Scarecrow Fields infested clear. Downside of the infesteds is that they're a tier 3 sized POI, so they're a little smaller. We run the risk of getting teleported out, but the rewards for the infesteds are nice. So I'm going to grab that one.
Get your ass out there and get the job done.
And since that's actually not that far, where is that? It's just here. So maybe we'll just grab that one and track that now. And let's just maybe head straight over there and do that one first up. So here we are already. Might as well grab these blueberries and potatoes, since they're on offer. And we're running through short on ingredients now. We've got a teleport coming right in. Let's reload that. All tingly. Let's go. What could go wrong? It isn't infested. So we're going to have extra zombies. Grab that straight away. Let's just clear some of this out. Whoop, missed it. Thank you for opening up. Anybody else? Nope. Be great if I grabbed a herbal antibiotic along here somewhere, but I'll also take a recode. And get lots of teleports in here, I suspect. Red cop is not good. Feral behind me is also not good. He's gonna blow up. Where do you get ported? Whoop, that's not good. We're destroying the building. Oh, another one. Hello. Oh, missed it. There we go, that's better. You're probably not even part of it. Multiple lumberjacks are not part of it. Shooting off lots of arms at the moment. Let's grab that before we forget. More teleports. Alright, I feel like I need to just get downstairs a little bit. Kind of want to open up some space back to the outside, but I can't find it. There it is. Okay, there's a safe in there as well. We'll have to remember to come back with that. Who else is downstairs? Bookshelves. Always good to grab before my shotgun rips them apart accidentally. Let's get those. Outside. It's unlocked. There we go. I know I haven't done fully upstairs yet. He's down here. That's better. Hello. Oh, hello. That got busy. Glad we got that through the little hole in the wall. Might actually just grab some food. Fuel, grab that as well, that's useful. Biker to the face, isn't that useful? Okay, now we've got the barn, which is usually to finish. I was going to say I wouldn't mind getting outside for some of this, but I think we're just going to have to deal. I was going to say you can just blow up. It is what it is. A couple more. Okay. You're stuck in the wall. Let's open that up. And who else we got? Just a normal. Okay, that felt like the end group, but we've obviously missed enough that it's not finished. But we've got a nice little path open there. Alright, who have we missed inside here? Was it just the fully upstairs bit that we need to do now? Let's get through here. Yep, here we go. One more. And we're done. And we've got the Kill Big Mama Zombies complete challenge. Alrighty. That's a nice little infestation done. We can think about what we need to loot now. Still going to have zombies following us. Hello. We can work our way really from the loot down. We grabbed a lot of the good stuff, including the loot bags on the way through, so we're going to get ported anyway. Here we go. So maybe from here, I'll just stash a bit of gear in the bike. What do we get? A big hitters book on the way through, wiring, tools, 4 armored up books, 2 vehicles, and a barbed wire mod schematic. A few other bits and pieces in there that we can sell. Just refuel that gas in there and stash the rest of it for the bike. Now let's go do the end loot after we grab this vehicle. Okay. Weapons bag. 2x scope and some club parts. Infestation crate, just lots of ammo as usual. I will leave the rocket parts there while we wrench it down. Ammo pile for some ammo, funnily enough. Give me a herbal antibiotic, go on. Not today. Alright, we'll have to go back and make that. Forge mag. Electrical traps, armored up, and we can now make quality 6 armors. So that's going to be a good place to spend some of those legendary parts. Something that we might want to look into doing overnight. Straight into the chest, that's fantastic. Handyland, and a few other bits and pieces. We can do a tier 3 nail gun. Don't think we've done that backpack over there, so just see if we can grab that. And then I think that might be us done here. Armor parts, always useful. There was a bit of soil, a bit of wood that we wanted to grab from the basement. Quickly grab that as well. Alright, let's head back, hand this into Hugh, and then we'll head back to base and make up the herbal antibiotic so that we can then do the clear+ meds quest. For this one, I think, whilst the food is actually be nice, as well as the AP rounds, I'm going to take the concrete just because we've always got more base work to do. With the infestation done, let's head back home and make up that herbal antibiotic. A couple of shoddy books are always nice. Ooh, double loot bags. Helmet light mod. And some steel tool parts. That's actually really handy, given that they're not that easy to find. And we might end up having to make our own steel pickaxe. Okay, I've just finished the sorting of all the gear out, and we've got a teleport coming in, so we'll just wait for that to happen. Oh, that was nice. Right back at the entrance. And now it's time to make up that herbal antibiotic. So let's grab that back tracked again, since we've put everything away since then. There we go. So that's in the chem station. Thankfully the chem station has finished, so we can make that straight away. Only takes 40 seconds. We've got some gunpowder and a lovely large stack of gas cans. So we'll be able to refuel the bike and not be completely out of gas all the time for a little while. Can also put that straight to use potentially on some shotgun shells. I think we've got some buckshot there as well. That's how you spell shotgun. Can we make the box? We can. We can make 2 of them. Alright, let's get that straight away going. There's our herbal antibiotic. If we go back to our quest, clear+meds is now tracked, so we've got everything on us that we need. Don't we need a first aid kit? I don't think we've got everything on us that we need. Let's grab some first aid kits as well, just in case we need those. Pretty sure that's what we need. Let's just check that quest text again. First aid kit, herbal antibiotics, and first aid bandages. Alright, we've also got a few weapons that are almost damaged out, but they'll do for now. So let's head on over to the Aid the Afflicted quest. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we've parked that up. I just noticed that there's a little friend in here. We're just a little bit past the Fates Motel, so let's maybe just get his attention. Deal with this guy. Oh, he's angry. The last few bears have gone down a little easier than that, so I've got a little bit cocky on that one. We got the job done. Also got lots of friends. We did have a tingle on the way over here, but probably worth... Gee, we're doing well on loot bags today. Just letting that get to there. A couple more wiring books, storage, and some ammo. Okay, let's pop a few of those things away that we don't need. We should be getting a tingles anytime soon. There's another bear over there, so let's maybe just get his attention again. Missed it. There we go. Oh. Gee, he took a absolute beating. Okay, we've just had tingles. Let's add the iron arrow back. I'm going to need to use up one of those first aid kits, I think. Pop the rest of this away that we don't need on us right now. And since we just had the tingles, let's get going. This is a clear... I don't like doing this one actually from the top. Also, don't use axes on zombies. That's not a great idea. You can see there's the bags, but that's the extra ones from this quest type that will disappear once we've finished. Oh, and then it gets ported. Where did he go? I don't know where he's gone. Alright. I'm going to forget that actually. Oh, hello. Oh, and then disappears again. Okay, the teleport's kicking in a lot at the moment. Let's wake you up. Where's the other feral that I didn't kill? There he is. And Arlene disappeared. She's been teleported again. So I'm just going to bash my way in here actually. Just to get things moving. Again, normally there'd be more in here, wouldn't there? Worry about looting at the end. Just want to get in and get things under control. We'll just grab this one. I saw you coming in. You're not part of it. Open these up. Get everything flowing. Meds, sure. Grab the bookshelf. Nobody in here. They must have all been ported out. Normally there's a few more friends. Here we go. Speaking of friends. And that should be most of the mid-tier done. Oh, he must be a feral. Shouldn't be looting. Should be leaving that for later. Come on, focus. So I think that's most of that done. Although I'll grab the bookshelf. There is a little bit more above us, isn't there? Here we go. Let's go just have a quick look up there for now. There's usually one or two zombies up here. This is just a clear. And from here we can also drop down to the next bit. I will take this for the easy stone, since we probably won't come up here again. Alright, let's head on in. Smoke mix is always accepted. Ferals are always friends to take care of and say goodbye. Grab the weapons bag. So we'll just read the big hitter straight away. Quick reload. Because there should be some more in here if they haven't been ported out already. Can't see them though. Not sure where that's gone. And we're going to get ported. It's only an unwell, so it's not too big, but I'm not sure that we're very central, so hopefully we don't go too far, which we didn't. That's perfect. Okay. Since we were up top, let's just go back and finish that. pick up where we left off, back in here. We did the bookshelves, we did those. Bit of trash, we'll leave that so that we're not too encumbered. Bit of food. Oh, sham chowder. So we're not that hungry, so I'll pop that back in our food slot. And I will just eat up the chicken soup just to reduce our encumbrance. Art of mining. 10% more block damage, and we finished the mining series. So that's a good little result. I won't go and have a look at that just now because we need to head downstairs to the less safe parts. So Feral, wake you up. Not sure if that was an insta-kill. Oh, ducking and weaving. I was going to say, I didn't actually mean to choke point them here, but this is working out quite nicely for us, as long as they don't teleport behind me. And we're going to do okay out of that. That worked quite well. Courier Satchel doesn't count until we've finished the clear. So let's keep going with that. Stop bleeding. Come on. Oh, hello, Feral. Nope, doesn't count. Grab the meds. And the water. Oh, beer. Even better. Got a potential teleport coming in. Hopefully that doesn't kick into anything. Read the shoddy book. Didn't sound like we got anything. All tingly, yep, perfect. Read that. Just again to make a bit of space. I should stop doing them. We'll come back to the chem stations. And I think I can even wrench those barrels. We'll come back to that. This is where it does get a little bit busy. But we're on full health, so hopefully we're okay. Let's wake them all up now. I was going to say there should be one more. Okay, not too many down here. Hoping they all got ported. We've just got somewhere up top to finish, so let's unlock it, head on up, dig our way out, and find that last little bit of zombies. Oh, it's the outside bit with the birds, isn't it? We just need to get up there, so I'm just going to nerd pole that one rather than do the clear the proper way. And there we go. That's what happens when you don't follow the proper path. Alrighty, so the clear is done. Now we need to do the meds drop, which I think we've still got everything on us. Just read that. So again, heading back downstairs. And it's just here. There we go. Completed. It's taken the meds office for the survivors, which is a lovely little bit of charity work by us. Grab that coffee, and there was a couple of chem stations in here that we didn't grab. For a beaker and some lead. Bit of oil shale. Anything else we can get rid of? I don't really need those. I'm full of health at the moment, food at the moment, so I don't need to eat that. Take all of that. And is there anything we don't need? Those feathers. Can read that. Don't need 5 paper. So what we might also just do is wrench these down while they're full, because I can never remember if that works that way, and that will hopefully give us a bonus acid if we're lucky, which it just did. There we go, perfect. That's how you get the extra acid out of those. And I don't think there's much in here that we need to worry about, just the end loot. But since we're chockers, I'm just going to go dump our gear in the bike, and then we'll come back for the end loot. Double barrel shotgun and a few other bits and pieces is nice, but nothing too fantastic in that. Wiring vehicles adventures, if I can read it. Oh, compound crossbow. It's tier 1. I do prefer the crossbow to the compound bow. So we'll have to see how much of a difference that is, and we might just swap that over regardless, just because it allows me to put it on a scope. With all the teleporting, I'm not really doing that much stealth damage anyway, so the single shot's probably better. Alright, into the crate. Got a few lockpicks, which is nice. Another shotgun weekly, scrapping book, bando mod that we don't need, steel club that we can sell, and some raw diamonds. So a bit of a nothing burger, that loot result, but I'll take it. And let's head back to Hugh and turn this one in.
You got the job done.
Alrighty, once again, food's always handy, recog's always handy, but I think the cement is going to be the thing that we want to take the most of for the base repairs. And a little bit of glue. Doesn't hurt for a bit of duct tape. Thank you for the extra reward from the survivors that we helped. From here, I'm just going to check how far through our quest progress are we. We're 1 point away. 1 point away from finishing tier 4. So we could take any job, even down to a tier 1, I think, that would... A tier 1 speed clear? Fetch it chose USA. Could we knock that out?
Got a particular problem. Can you help me out?
What? Hang on, how far away was that?
Find a better job.
They're all pretty close. Southeast, though, is away from... No, we're at the... Where are we? We're at the north one. So southeast is actually towards our base. So I reckon I'm going to take that one. We're not going to be able to finish it today, though. So do we want that? Finish it off in the morning. We still can't do tier 5s tomorrow. So it doesn't really matter. In that case, I'm going to leave it and take a proper tier 4 tomorrow, since we're not going to be able to really get any points for it, and we can't knock it out today since it is 10 past 9. So that's a good spot to end day 23, where we completed a tier 4 infested quest and a clear meds quest as well. That leaves us 1 point away from completing tier 4 overall, so it's time to head home and get set up to finish that out tomorrow. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed this episode, and consider subscribing if you'd like to watch the rest of the series. Thanks to the generous support of my patrons shown here, thanks to you for watching this video, and happy teleporting.